Hey, I'm here. What took you so long? Oh, I was working on a top secret video. Oh, right, the one filmed in front of E3? Yeah, the one I actually had a crew for. Too bad nobody's ever gonna get to see it. Well, I got everything I need. How about you? Think so. Alright, and break! I know a question that's coming, so let me answer it right now. No, I'm not playing the HD remakes. Why would I want to have perfectly functioning games for the PlayStation 2? I've had these suckers for about 3 years now. Why haven't I ever played them? Well, YouTube's had me just a little preoccupied with deleting hate mail and blocking other user accounts. So now I'm playing God of War. At least I get to feel somebody else's fury.
The first time I saw God of War was on G4 TV, and all I saw was Ashley Larry running around his ship and ripping guys apart. And so I said, ew, what kind of crap is this? The guy that was sitting next to me said that it was God of War, and his sister really enjoyed the game. A few years later, my sole YouTube subscription played through the introduction to God of War 2, and she said that it was pure awesomeness. And most recently, my future wife got angry at me once when I forgot to bring the games over to her house for her to play. So, initial thoughts on God of War? It's a franchise made for girls. Now, I'm going to be doing all this on the PlayStation 2 because Future Storm's on the PlayStation 3. But the news isn't all bad because even on its native console, the game will support widescreen and progressive scan. Bet you didn't know that. And even if you did, I don't care. So I began playing God of War, and from the outset I thought, man, this game isn't looking all that great. This intro level is really drab, so it's hard to appreciate any of the graphics. Enemies are looking really generic, and it seems like we're doing this just because the game says we should. And naturally, I'm ecstatic. It gives me another opportunity to tell everybody that they were wrong and have proof behind it. But sadly, as I played on, I began to realize that the game was getting really, really good. God of War is a hack and slash game, and scientifically, there's no possible way for these kind of games to be entertaining. Well, God of War flat out proves me wrong. Combos are super easy to execute, and no matter what combo you're doing, you always look like a badass doing it. Oh, and get this, whenever somebody says something, there's a voiceover to accompany it. You know, something that Nintendo's never been privy to do. And as a side note to Nintendo, come on, you guys are rolling in money. Start paying your voice actors to say stuff instead of just grunt at everything. Concerning these generic enemies, oh, they're just little peon tutorials. At the end of this ship, you're gonna fight a Hydra. Okay, so it's just another boss that you can find its weak spot and spam attack it? Well, not quite. God of War has multi-stage bosses, which means you get to beat the boss's ass multiple times. You can't just cut the head off of a Hydra, it's gonna grow back. So you pin these suckers down and then impale the big guy's head on the mask. Oh my God of War, this game is epic. Okay, so why are we even doing all this? God of War is a game that is deeply based in Greek mythology. I remember studying Greek mythology for a couple of weeks in 8th grade, and all that I could say at the end of it was, okay. Our main character is Kratos, not to be confused with Kratos Arion, who is not to be confused with Auron. Kratos is a warrior man obsessed with power. And just as he thinks that he's about to die, he makes a deal with Ares, who is the god of war, and gives him the Blades of Chaos. Now he's a mofo that you do not want to mess with. It's just too bad that he makes some poor decisions with them, no spoilers here, and now he's trying to get back at Ares! A simple revenge plot, but it becomes oh so much more. You start out the game on the seas because you're pretty much a go-to guy for the gods of Olympus. You're doing all this so they can take away your nightmares. When your ship lands in Athens, you find that Ares is just tearing the place up. Violence in Athens? Well, that's what happens when your country runs out of money. So Athena gives you one last impossible task. You have to kill the god of war. Yes, you're gonna destroy a god. Oh, that sounds pretty splendiferous. Of course, you can't just do this right off the riff. You're gonna go on a quest, and since this game is based in Greek mythology, there's a lot of material to draw from. They've got Medusas, they've got Sirens, they've got Minotaurs, they've got Harpies. You're gonna climb on the back of a Titan and get father-mucking Pandora's box. Kratos even falls into Hades, and he's gotta find a way out of there. Alright, so the adventuring aspect has been nailed down, but it's important to remember that this is still in the hack and slash genre, which means if you're not solving puzzles, then you're killing anything that you can't have sex with. And even some things that you can, but you really wouldn't want to because Kratos can't be battling his enemies while battling the herd. God of War is a hack and slash done definitively right. I don't even mind these QuickTime events because it's just a ballet of violence when you hit all the correct buttons. Now I finally understand why Star Wars The Force Unleashed was so much fun, and what Sonic Unleashed was trying so hard and failing to do. And I'm tempted to buy Godzilla Unleashed to see if it was influenced by God of War. Also, boobs. Yeah, I know I'm kinda late to the party on this one, but instead of being embarrassed, I'll embrace it. 2010 was the year that Storm first saw boobs in a video game. Yeah, this minigame was funny, for about a minute, then everybody started talking about it. And yeah, they're nice to look at, but I often find myself getting distracted and I stop listening to plot exposition. Ah, that's why girls are so good at this game. They can stay focused during these cutscenes. Actually, God of War isn't a game that's filled with complicated decisions, which is really nice after playing Mass Effect 1 and 2. As Kratos, you just go out and kill until there's nothing left to kill. As the story was wrapping up, I concluded that it was pretty good. It had the underlying message that vengeance may feel good, but you'll never be complete because you had to kill a part of yourself to achieve it. And then there's this little addendum where Kratos walks through some golden halls, and when he sits down and that woman voiceover comes on, my wig was blown off. Holy centaur crap. That was a stupendous story. And I'm prepared to make some bold statements. God of War is the best game I have ever played on a Sony console. They could cap off the franchise right here, and I would be happy.
So, on to God of War 2.
In God of War 2, Kratos is the God of War. Well, it's kind of hard to avoid that spoiler. And with his new position, he's allowing his Spartan army to take over all the cities. Yes, that is the ultimate conflict of interest. Zeus is none too happy about this, so when Kratos is in the city of Rhodes, the gods betray him. Okay, hold on. A pattern is beginning to form here. Zeus gets a God of War, and then he wants to smote him out for being warlike. Perhaps he should just look at his own management skills. I can accept that Hogwarts has a hard time keeping a teacher for the defense against the dark arts, but this is Mount Olympus. I'd expect him to have things under control. Right about here is where I'd begin to tell you about the gameplay of God of War 2, but there's nothing new to add. It's identical to the first one, and that's fine by me. You know, it's chop chop, slice, chop, puzzle, slice, chop, stab, boss. I guess that's a little unfair. There's now a grapple feature that appeared out of nowhere. Sheesh, what is he, Samus Aran? Actually, he could very well be Samus because he gets his power stripped of him before the first level's even over. Taste the rainbow, biatch! In his weakened condition, Kratos gets killed by Zeus, and then Zeus walks away like he just shanked somebody in the yard. But hold on, the fat lady has not sang yet. Kratos can't die because... well, because he can't die. Okay, that doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Then Gaia appears and I was like, what? I thought the Titans were gone. And then she tells you that you have to go find the Sisters of Fate so you can go back to the exact moment when Zeus betrayed you. And I was like...
Whenever somebody incorporates time travel into a plot, things get iffy really fast. Believe me, I know. I'm you, from the future.
He does go to Hades again, albeit a much shorter visit, but what risk is it? He's already escaped once. Now, I know that I'm explaining the plot like it's extremely flaky, because it is, but I assure you that the gameplay does not suffer one bit. There's still plenty of choppy stab, puzzle, slice chop, epic cutscene, yelling, decapitation. You're still gonna go on this grand quest, and at the end of it, you plan to kill Zeus. Yeah, huh. Well, killing a god was amazing enough in the first game. How exactly do you kill the god of gods? That's all he ever talks about. Kill Zeus, kill Zeus. Things were getting so bad that I was just hoping he would get sidetracked. Man, every time I find something good, I find another complaint. Oh, the music is great. Oh, did he just expose his musical taste? No. The music is very fitting. It's very epic. Epic like when he has a run-in with Atlas.
After what you have done?
What is he talking about?
Much has passed since we last met!
I don't remember this.
If only there was a prequel to explain all this.
And check out this art. This first one, I believe, is a look at the past. This next one, I believe, is a look at the future. And this third one, 3 figures and a star. Are these the kings from the East? Are we now incorporating Christianity into this game? Alright, so the plot's completely jacked up, and if it wasn't for the amazing gameplay, I would have considered it a very weak title. But there is one thing that allows me to forgive all. Boobs. I do have complaints about the sex game, like it makes me feel inadequate and the girls seem completely uninterested, but we still have those boobs, those nice, round, wet, and shining boobs. And the nipples are pointing straight out, and Those areolas are the size of a 100 drachma coin, and Future Storm, I think you're gonna have to take it from here.
Kratos cannot die, and he controls time. What is this, the ghost of a god? God of War 3 is making all my childhood dreams come true!